Okay, thank you very much for joining me again. Welcome to episode 3 of the presentation. Okay, so we ended up with the HR and collaboration module. I'll just return to the HR module. Okay, here, this is where you define your employee. These are the indicators that you capture. So basically, now when you search for an employee, this can be considered the actual pay slip because it displays all of the employee details. The benefits, deductions. Okay, it also adds the leave and trainings. So whenever an employee wants to go for a training, they just say when. I mean, you can capture where, when. Description, skills, add skills, outputs, effectiveness, okay. Okay, so you added that training and it's there it is now displayed. So basically that's how you manage the employee. You can also consider that a payslip, as I said. You can print that out as a payslip. However, there is a specific payroll running module or functionality where you just specify the date and then you say which account. Remember the accounts that are defined from the chart of accounts here that we had a look at earlier. They appear and you can select which account. Remember we defined a rent account, but then right now let's say we pay from a standard bank account or whatever bank that you make use of, and you run. When you run, it basically looks at all of your employee records, their salaries, and generates pay slips. And then they'll appear as a listing. And you can print them out or email them or whatever. And then, yes, on to the collaboration module. So remember, okay, so basically I spoke about teams. A team is an exclusive group a team is defined here. It's an exclusive group within your organization or stakeholders or partners that has access to content. So the content can be a document, for example. You can upload that document. You see, then you select the team. Let's say that's just for the software development team. And then when I save this now, everyone that is in that team, the software development team, will get access to that document. Will get an email notifying them that a document has been uploaded. And then they can filter, they can search the document as I have done here and view it, and then they can add comments. It is written here that you need to ensure you are registered as an employee. So there are privileges set up within the employee module to be able to access the documents. I won't get into that too much, but you can basically comment, and then based on the comments, you can upload further revisions. So updates to this document can be further uploaded and they'll appear as a listing on the right-hand side under revisions. until the document is complete. So you have an audit trail of when your document was initially uploaded, the discussions that occurred, and the revisions of the document that happened. And then we have our workflow module. So, workflows, systems long ago had static data, regardless how complex workflows were. You told us what you wanted a system to do, and we did it, and the data you wanted captured, and the forms you wanted captured and printed. But nowadays, there's the custom workflows whereby, suppose your operations are considered sort of relative. They can change maybe at any time, and the processes. So then maybe a new change happens within maybe your employee onboarding process. So you can then define the process within the system. So here we said first step is to provide a letter to the maybe a person that's been recruited. It is worth mentioning that this ERP, Machuzu ERP, can be linked to our HRM onboarding application. It's a recruitment application. So from there, maybe if you recruited them using that application, you can then create an onboarding process using the ERP, where you provide an offer letter, set up a user account for the systems, register their dependents, maybe for medical aid, have an orientation, and then the probation period. So you basically add each step below, and this list is updated. And then there's also a flow chart that basically shows you the steps. So provide offer letter, next step, account, next step, etc., etc. So that is essentially the workflow module of the system. In a nutshell, that is the system, the main functionality of the system. And then the supporting modules are inventory and services and suppliers. Those were covered within the accounting module and project management. And then there's a simple access control functionality. I won't get into that, but basically it allows you to capture data about when you leave the office and when you get to the office. So basically, it is linked to a key performance indicator system, whereby each time you leave the office, it's linked to a key performance indicator that is set up at a strategic level. So at top level, they will want to know the activities that are being done on the ground in order for their strategic objectives to be met. For example, they might want to increase sales, and then they'll hire maybe or they'll provide extra fuel for cars for many trips to be made. And then each time you go on a trip, you'll need to register, and they'll see that investment is being used, and they can further measure it, however. And there are also reports within the system and dashboards. Here's the stakeholder dashboard. These are basic for now. They just keep track of basic indicators, but because the system is meant to be customized for each one, each big operation, I suppose regular operations can just use it out of the box. Yes, there's dashboards, and then there's reports, stakeholders. You can view invoices that have been created for certain stakeholders, receipts, projects for certain stakeholders, services, documents that you've shared with each stakeholder, accounting, you have your general, you can view by accounting type, for example, based on the account type, whether it's a liability or whatever, and then you can view the journal, project management, you can view, I think most of that reporting is within the main module. Then the employee, the HR, this is the HR module. As I mentioned, there's another HR module that focuses on recruitment. So this one is basically to manage your employee and process payroll. And then you can view your employees and your payroll paid out, the benefits under the company. And it also lets you know what the amounts of benefits paid out per month, deductions paid out, leave due, projects, trainings, and then collaborations. You can view your teams, reports about teams, the files that have been uploaded, files for your team. Yeah. And then for the inventory, you can have a look maybe which supplier is more reliable based on the kind of inventory, the quality they supply. You'll know by the invoices created for that inventory, maybe whatever feedback you get. And then services, yeah, not much. So yes, that is Machuzu ERP in a nutshell. Thank you very much for taking your time and joining me for this presentation. Please have a look at the website for more information. We are looking at getting the software out into the market after final updates have been applied, which has already been done. And this presentation is to demonstrate that this software is capable, contains all of the functionality required. And please have a look at your specific processes that you need incorporated or customized, and contact me or us, and we will work on your request as quick as possible. Thank you very much for taking time. Again, good day.